The first half scorecards for 2025 are out, and the city rankings have been rattled like never before. Beijing and Shanghai still sit on the throne, but the number 3 seat has suddenly become a floating chair. Shenzhen, Chongqing and Guangzhou are locked in a death triangle separated by less than 80 billion RMB GDP, while Suzhou, Chengdu, Hangzhou and Wuhan each posting double-digit growth form the tailgating convoy ready to overtake. Guangzhou is the most anxious. In 2008 it was still the nation's third largest city. Today it trails Shenzhen by 1 trillion RMB and feels Chongqing breathing down its neck. GAC's first ever loss, a stalled property sector and a cold snap in foreign trade have hit the millennium-old trading hub on 3 fronts. If Chongqing inches any closer, Beijing Shanghai Guangzhou Shenzhen may become Beijing Shanghai Shenzhen Chongqing. Jiangsu is closing in on Guangdong province itself. Suzhou rides biopharma, Nanjing rides semiconductors, Wuxi rides photovoltaics. Together they have narrowed the GDP gap to 175 billion RMB, the smallest in 2 decades. Inside the Yangtze River Delta, Shanghai plus the Suzhou-Wuxi-Changzhou cluster and the Hangzhou Bay megalopolis now sail like a single armada. 6 central province metropolises are forming a pincer movement. Wuhan, Changsha, Zhengzhou and Hefei are jointly building a 5th pole, a 1-hour high-speed rail loop, a port cluster and an airport cluster all taking shape at once. In Hubei, express parcels jumped 24% and containerized rail sea intermodal freight rose 53% in H1, turning the geographic center into a traffic hub. The Southwest twin engines keep rolling out new moves. The Chengdu-Chongqing midline high-speed rail will run at 400 km per hour, cutting the trip to 50 minutes faster than many commutes inside Beijing's 5th Ring Road. Dual city living, dual city industries and dual city capital are now truly fusing. The north is being carried by Beijing. The Beijing-Tianjin-Tangshan high-speed corridor is complete. Tianjin and Tangshan are reaping secondary industry dividends from Beijing's non-capital function relocation, forming Capital Region 2.0. Other blocks are also forming rings. Qingdao, Jinan and Yantai are building a marine equipment corridor. Fuzhou, Qiuanzhou and Xiamen are forging a Taiwan Strait smart manufacturing belt. Xi'an's high-tech sector is turning the Guangzhou Plain into the West's computing power valley. Over the next 5 years, urban competition will no longer be a solo sprint but a group brawl. Whichever megalopolis has denser rail webs, more complementary industries and more balanced public services will lock in people and capital for good. There are no eternal kings among cities, only perpetual races. Which city do you think will break into Tier 1 next? Place your bets in comments.